So good day. In this video, we will talk about the Unit 5 which entitled Cultural Evaluation and Promotion. So sa next slide, makikita natin itong larawan na to. If you are not familiar, it represents the old Maranao house with surrounded with ochre design. Sa ilalim nito, meron tayong quotation by Henry Foteca or Fotecha. I don't know the right pronunciation. It says that culture makes people understand each other better, and if they understand each other better in their soul, it is easier to overcome the economic and political barriers. But first, they have to understand that their neighbor is, in the end, just like them, with the same problem and the same questions. So, in this moment, I want you to read this quotation sa sarili nyo lang and isipin nyo lang kung ano yung pumasok na idea sa inyo. I'll give you a minute para mas maunawaan nyo tong quotation na to. So, after nyong mabasa, ako naman, for me, this quotation or this quote underscores the importance of breaking down stereotypes and prejudices. Kumbaga, by acknowledging the similarities that exist among people, regardless sa culture, sa economic and political backgrounds. So, in essence, the message is about unifying power of culture and promoting a sense of shared humanity, which can be a catalyst for transcending divisions and creating a more harmonious world. So, next slide. We have the chapter outline. First, aalamin natin what is local history. What is oral history? Third, why study local history? Fourth, all history is local, and the importance of local history in the Philippine history by Henry F. Poteca, and the history of Muslims in the Philippines by Hanbal Bara. Next slides, we have learning outcomes. So at the end of this unit or this discussion, the students is expected to first manifest interest in local history and show concern in promoting and preserving the country's historical and cultural heritage. So, let's start. So, since ang pinag-aaralan natin ay history, pinag-aaralan natin yung mga past events. So, ngayon magbalik tanaw tayo. May mga papakita ako sa inyong pictures and I hope na kaya nyong i-recall. Kahit na medyo common pero hindi natin masasabi na kung lahat ba tayo naaalala tong mga gantong nakagawian ng mga Pilipino. So, the first two pictures here are yung nakataas, yung merong kubo, tapos may mga tao na nagtutulong-tulong na i-move ito into another place. Ito ay tinatawag nating bayanihan. So, in the Philippines, the bayanihan spirit is one of communal unity, meaning helping others without expecting rewards just to achieve a certain goal, diba? So, in earlier days, when houses were made of lighter materials, kaya nasabi ko sa inyo kanina yan, ganyan nakikita nyo, such as coconut leaves. So, bayanihan also meant helping one's neighbors move their house literally, 'di ba? And this type of bayanihan is less common in today's world of concrete buildings, but the bayanihan spirit is still alive. Okay, kahit na sabihin natin hindi na siya literal na nangyayari ngayon na nililipat pa din yung isang bahay to another place, pero still the bayanihan itself is still exist in this world sa iba lang pamamaraan, 'di ba? Next picture, we have pagmamano. Siguro naman some of you ay naranasan talaga to, especially dito sa atin sa probinsya, kasi talagang culture to na talagang hindi pwedeng maalis, especially sa mga lolas and lolos natin, di ba? Lagi sa atin sinasabi ng mga parents natin na every time na makikita natin sila, bago parang sign of greeting natin to sa kanila, magbe-bless tayo, and also sign of respect. So, Like I've said, Bagamano is a Filipino gesture and often done by young people to the elders as a sign of respect. And this is done by gently striking the elder's right hand to the young's forehead. Usually, especially in the provinces nga, gaya na sabi ko, elder will say, di ba, yung kaawaan ka ng Diyos or may God have mercy on you. So next picture we have kalesa. So kalesa, galing siya sa Spanish word na kalesa na na-introduce siya first sa Philippines in the year 1700s by the Spanish. So it became the major public and private form of transport in the Philippines up until the early 20th century. And it was also used to transport goods. So the kabayo or horse represents niya yung town in its journey towards more progress and development. While the kalasero or coachman, yung naggaganon ng sa kalesa, it symbolizes Cabagueños as forward-looking, hospitable, hardworking, and resilient people. So next we have the jeepney. So it is more than just a means of transportation. Kasi diba, it holds a special place in the hearts of Filipinos, representing their resilience and ingenuity. Jeepneys are lifeline for Filipino commuters, especially diba sa mga students and dun sa mga taong may lower income workers, sa mga lower income workers. Kasi diba, ang jeep ay nag-o-offer sa ng affordable mode of transportation that support the livelihoods of thousands of independent operators. So next, we have the sungka. So, I don't know kung sino sa inyo nakapaglaro nito, but sungka is an important means of creating identity, particularly sa for Philippine migrants. This can be seen in sungka competitions which are organized in the Philippines and in representation of Philippine culture at cultural festivals through sungka demonstrations. It is known that sungka improves mathematical thinking and teaches patience and observation skills. So, sino ba sa inyo yung nakapaglaro na once ng sungka? Diba siya yung gaya sa picture, may mga shells siya sa bawat hole, and what you need to do is i-distribute yon sa kada holes, and kapag once na nalaglagan ng ano mo ay ng iyong shell ay walang laman dun sa opposite or dun sa opposition mo, ibig sabihin mag-stop ka, and kung may chance pa din yung iyong kalaban, so siya lang yung matitirang ko-continue ng paglalagay ng mga seashell. So ganun 'yun. So, we have luksong tinik, means jump over the thorn. So, siguro naman lahat tayo ay alam to at nakapaglaro nito. And it is one of the most popular Filipino game during 80s to early 20s. Ito yung you need yung mga stack ng hands to para magkaroon ng difficulty level. So, kailangan ng player na talunan yung mga kamay na nakapatas pataas. Then, ang goal is dapat hindi tumama yung katawan mo or balat mo dun sa dulo ng finger ng nasa tuktok. And once na nataya ka, chance naman ng mga nakaupo or nang taya ang maglaro. So, ang purpose ito kung bakit ko natin pinag-aaral o nagbalik tanaw tayo sa mga ganitong klase ng culture or mga kagawian na meron tayong mga Pilipino is, you know, by protecting our sense of who we are, because it gives us an irrefutable connection to the past, diba? To certain social values, beliefs, customs, and traditions na that allows us to identify ourselves with others and deepen our sense of unity and belonging, and also national pride na din, diba? So, we should be proud of sa mga gantong cultures at mga laro or mga like pagmamano, ganan. Kasi doon talaga tayo kilala, and Filipino are known for very hospitable people over the world. So next, let's proceed to chapter 15, local history and oral history. So first, um, what is local history? So hindi ko na babasahin to isa-isa, no? So i-discuss ko na lang siya as overall para kunin lang natin kung ano yung mga keywords. So when we say local history, sinasabi na it is everywhere. Parang math lang, di ba? Local history is everywhere. Whether it is for research or for pleasure, knowing more about where we came from, where we live now, or where we intend to move to, where our family originated, we all, whether we realize it or not, ay meron tayong kaunting, we have interest in some aspect of local history. So when we say local history, it is the study of how ordinary people lived, worked, and raised families. Kumbaga, it is the study of what used to be, where, and why a street was named in a particular way. Parang ito yung mga roots ng ating mga ancestors. The more we understand about our local history, ay mas mauunawaan din natin kung ano yung pagkatao natin, kung ano yung pinagmulan natin. So local history is the study of history in a geographically local context, and it is often concentrates on the local community. Additionally, pag sinabi nating local history, it is often documented by local historical societies or groups na nagpo-form para ma-preserve yung mga local historic buildings or other historic sites. So many works of local history are compiled by amateur historians working independently or archivists employed by various organizations. So ang important aspect ng local history is the publication and cataloging of documents to preserve in local or national records which relate to particular areas. So tandaan nyo na pag local history, pang local lang siya and local and national records. So another thing is local history refers to the study and documentation of specific geographical areas, generally focusing on events, people, and cultural aspects that have occurred within a particular community, town, city, or region. So, para mas isang example is, for example, basta pag sinabi nating local history, it is more on researching and recording yung mga various aspects in the past. For example, din sa Mindoro, or mag-focus na tayo sa Calapan. I-record natin, researching kung ano yung mga significant events na nangyari dito sa Calapan, yung mga notable figures, mga community development. Diba dati hindi naman puro buildings ang meron dito. So ano yung mga development na nangyari, mga local traditions na ginagawa pa rin until now, mga art, mga landmarks. So ang local history kasi nagpo-provide siya ng insight para into the unique characteristics and heritage of a specific area. Ini-emphasize nito yung importance ng mas mapalawak pa yung historical context and also to preserve yung cultural identity ng isang community. So next, let's proceed naman tayo sa oral histories. So when we say oral history, ito naman yung mga recorded personal accounts of historical events. So they provide details and not found in written or other sources compared to local history. It contains valuable interpretations of events that reflect individuals' unique experiences, memories, and positionality. So, sa madaling sabi, when we say oral history, it can be defined as yung mga recording, preservation and interpretation of historical information na based sa personal experiences and opinions of the speaker. So it may take the form of eyewitness evidence about the past but can include folklore, mga myths, songs, and stories, stories passed down over the years by word of mouth, while it is an invaluable way of preserving the knowledge and understanding of older people. And it can also involve interviewing younger generations. So when I say oral history, it is particularly useful for capturing stories from minority groups or small communities who will not often be represented in more formal histories. And it is also useful when there is a lack of other sorts of evidence, whether written or visual. So overall, for community historians, it is valuable tool for investigating kung ano yung ginagawa ng isang tao, what they thought they were doing at that time, and what they now think they did, as well as recording people's opinions and the meanings they attach to past events. So, yung kadugsong ng topic ko ay i-discuss ni Mr. Aguilar. So, that would be all. Thank you.